You didn't record me.
And you know what? I'm so annoyed.
Oh
I'm so
my God. And I was so profound. I was so profound, Jose. Oh my God. I was like,
I got another question for you. I'm going to bring up Star Wars. You've
right?
seen Star Wars.
Yes.
This is my personal opinion.
Mhm.
When you're telling a story, there's three roles, three chairs. There's Luke Skywalker, somebody who maybe is not happy with the current situation, but they're the hero of the story. They're the one who's going to start on the journey.
Mhm.
Second role is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Mhm.
They're the one with the experience,
Yeah.
but they're not the hero. They're helping the hero. The third seat is Darth Vader, the antagonistic force. Now, I'm doing an event next month. I'm trying to help tech founders communicate and tell stories to healthcare. Now, they're not good at telling stories. And what I've noticed is they are sitting, they're putting themselves as Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. They're the hero of the story, and they're the helpful guide. Or the AI is the hero, and the end user has to be the hero. You have to help them. And if you take up the Obi-Wan and Luke Skywalker seat, there's only one seat left.
Yeah.
And you're putting them in the role of the antagonistic force they have to defeat. And that's how people react psychologically, I think. They center the technology, they make themselves the star, the hero, and the guide. What advice would you have? And I want you to give advice now to tech founders, and a lot
Mhm.
of them are engineers. They have to tell a story. And if they don't tell their story, someone else is going to tell them someone else is going to tell the story about them. So they have to tell a story to healthcare. What advice do you have for them?
So I always kind of, when I get into these discussions with founders or companies, and I always start with this, Jose. I always tell them that your relationship with the healthcare system, it is a long-term relationship, right? You need to be thinking of this as a journey and as a partnership, right? You cannot think of this as you're selling them version of 1.0 of your system, of your solution, right? And the successful companies that have been successful and they have staying power, they have a vision, right? They kind of communicate where they're gonna go, where they're headed, right? So they have a 3 to 5 year kind of a aspirational kind of roadmap, and this is gonna change because technology changes, but they have a vision to where the business is headed. Um, they have established some kind of stakes along the way and say this is how we're gonna get there, right? And then they say here's where we are, and the more important is here's what we're missing today, right? You have an honest conversation with your clients and the healthcare systems, and and here's what we have today, here's what we're missing today, but this is where we're gonna go next, right? And how we're gonna fill the gaps. And if you have that conversation and you have established some pattern of being able to execute, I mean, you're golden. I mean, this is so to your point about storytelling, you need to be able to tell that story, right? You need to be able to have the vision. It's all about strategy, vision, and then execution. How do you execute, right? And then even if you do all that, I always give the example of a. I'll take another analogy for you. You know, you are a pilot of a 747, right? And you're trained on the 747, and somebody, a company, Jose Inc. or Ltd. comes to you, right, and says, "Look, Thanos, I'm the captain, right? Thanos, I have the best, I have the best uh, um, dashboard for you. Is that I have the best kind of solution for you to fly the plane, right? All we have to do, and it's proven, right? I mean, there's no dispute. It is the absolutely best solution, right? So I have the best solution. It is undisputably the best solution in the market. All we have to do is we have to take your dashboard from the 747 and we'll have to put that new dashboard, which is the best and 100 times better than the Boeing dashboard, right? So the question is, would you do it, right? If this is a company of 5 people or 10 people that is starting, that seemingly does not have runway, right? And it is new in healthcare, right? So even if you do, my point is, even if you do kind of the best job in having the best product, even if you do the best storytelling, there is still an uphill battle to kind of to go through in order to get the penetration in the health systems. So it is a difficult business. I mean, and the way you get there, there is a ways to get there, right? And this is why, I have lost all my hair over the last few years. Um, but there is a recipe for that, right? There is a recipe for that. You establish partnerships, and good partnerships give you credibility. You establish alliances. You build your reference site. So there is a pattern of how do you build credibility. So uh, I mean, if I were to give, there's a lot packed in there, but if I were to give one advice to founders, um, startups always are challenged with focus. So you brought the point about Star Trek, and I'll say where is the ship headed, right? I mean, you have all these characters, but where are you heading? What is your course, right? And when you are a new company, there is always like distractions, and focus is kind of very difficult to just set. So focus extremely important, but with the ability to pivot. So and then you have to have the right champions within these healthcare systems. You need to identify the right champions within the healthcare systems. You need a clinical champion, you need an executive champion, and you need an operations champion. If you have these three, then you can be successful.